Jules and Liana, where are you guys? Have you made your way downstairs?
As long as nothing stops us.
Okay. You made your way downstairs.
Well, to be fair, I mean, unless the commoners are waiting, I mean, Aegon literally immediately went down the stairs, and everybody else at least either stopped at the window or is equipping equipment of some kind.
Okay, so Aegon is the first one to confront them, and they sort of start approaching Aegon, kind of warily, but with the intent to maim if you don't listen to them.
Aegon, I already said Aegon's actions are not changing, so if they wish to initiate combat, they're more than welcome to, but Aegon's preferred to defend himself, i.e. using total defense. Okay,
and you see that they're swinging sort of like these maces in their hand. And so roll initiation.
God.
Yeah, roll a
Everybody?
If it is everyone, oh shit. Is this everyone, Anka?
Aegon first.
Oh.
The rest of you get your turn after the first round.
Okay, then, what's my initiative?
Wait, so we roll after his turn, or we all roll now, but...
You can roll now.
Okay, so I get a 27.
Oh, somebody's light on their feet today?
He's a light sleeper, I told you.
It's all that stress relief, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I was all relaxed and ready.
18.
Wiping my hands on a rag
18.
when I left.
Okay, Kira,
Jules is gonna let Liana go first.
Oh, okay then.
Should Suzu roll? She's still outside.
Nah.
I'm stripping
Suzu,
down there.
Suzu, I would say you only got down after the first sort of round.
Okay, that's fine.
So only Mega is really doing anything right now.
Wait, so the entire time they're all distracted by looking up at the unstripping kitsune going down the...
I don't know if you'd be able to see her, though.
Oh, it's pretty dark. You're right.
I think with their natural 20, I think the natural 20 is just like, the whole town is now wooed by this. Like, word of it is spreading between citizens as they torch buildings and slaughter those who do not agree with the ideology.
And then they're just like, okay, alright, okay, you can go.
Like,
forever, this night will be remembered as Night of the Dancing Fox.
That's their new holiday.
Okay, I think they go first.
And because he's kind of imbibed and kind of and inexperienced, his muscle sort of clenches and sort of seizes as he swings it with all his might, and he kind of staggers a bit as he misses entirely, caught off guard. The next two sort of see that their companion has missed, and he sees like Aegon sort of very nonchalantly appraising all of them, and so they both kind of rush at you. So yeah, they both kind of swing at you again in unison, but you manage to sort of deflect it off with your hands, and the mace misses you entirely. So the last one kind of sees his friend with a war cry. He yells. And then he tries to swing it down over your head. Yeah, and you manage to sort of grab him by the wrist and sort of deflect it off as you push him back. So you swing you swing your left hook first, and it kind of they manage to sort of pull back, but the weight of their mace prevents them from getting far as you rear your wrist for the second strike, and you slam it right into one of their right into one of their jaws. Okay, and you hear the crunch of sort of like teeth and bone as you see sort of blood start to ooze out from his mouth as he seems to bit down on his tongue, and he sort of stumbles to the side off, kind of staggered and stunned, and he sort of spits out blood. Okay, now after that, Laniel rushes down the stairs, and you see sort of the scene. What would you like to do, Laniel?
So if he dashed down the stairs, he's pretty far away from them then, right?
If he dashed down the stairs?
No, because Aegon merely took a few steps away from the stairs to make sure it
yeah,
was blocked,
so it's pretty close.
They have actually approached the stairs.
Okay, so he will cast Mage Armor on himself.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for that?
You are under pressure, so yeah. Does he?
I don't think so. I think that's just touch range.
Is it auto?
And
okay.
as he's proven, he can quite easily touch himself.
Nice. That was good.
Alright then.
Alright, so you touch yourself, and you feel sort of the power of the armor sort of imbued into you. It sort of glistens around your torso.
It's not the only place it's glistening. And then he draws out the wand and then steps back farther up the stairs.
Okay.
I think Nixxi's up because I got an 18.
It is, but I forgot. It's okay, Suzuko, sort of, you land outside. You're about 15 feet from the... about 10 to 13 feet from the door of the inn. And it's splayed open. What would you like to do?
Is there anyone outside? Like, what's the situation right outside the inn?
It's... I wouldn't say that it's crowded, per se. It's not, like, packed to the brim on the roads. But you see that there are a number of people... having wandered out onto the streets, sort of in their jammies, and they're kind of looking around, kind of stunned. Yeah. And you see a lot more of the people with the armbands. Mostly ahead of you at this point. They're closer to the castle at this point than you are. So you're staring at their backs as they sort of march forward, yelling and chanting, and sort of throwing their fists up in the air. And you see that guards are starting to come along, and some of them seem to be either infighting or trying to stop the crowd that's marching towards the castle. And everything seems to be in a whole lot of chaos. It's loud. It's messy.
But no one looks like they're heading into the inn, right?
None of them seem interested.
Can she see what's going on inside from where she is?
From where she is, if she takes a few steps to the right, she'll be able to look into the window and see sort of the bartender's kind of stunned, kind of apprehensive face as he looks at something. And you are able to see sort of a bit of the back of one of the people who entered the inn, but you can't see anything else from where you're on. You hear a bit of a scuffle, though.
Can she move to the doorway, the entrance?
Yes, she can.
And then I assume from there she can...
Okay, so you move to the doorway. You move the door, and from the door that's been, slammed against the back wall, you look in and you see sort of Aegon with his fists up. He had just managed to sort of punch out one of the men, and the other three are sort of trying to close in on him. And so Laniel is upon the. You see sort of the lower part of his feet and a bit of his body on the stairwell.
She will close the door.
Really?
She'll step inside and close the door.
Okay, she steps inside and closes the door behind her, and it makes a faint click. And one of the dudes kind of rears around and looks at you, and he yells, "Hey, it's one of them!"
On the one that yelled, that turned around and faced her first, she will cast. Right. She will cast. No, she'll cast Hideous Laughter.
Wait, what does that hideous laughter do?
I'll link it.
No, I got it. Okay. I need to roll a saving throw. -1. So, yeah, it successfully hits. You sort of play a tune that had... First, he starts sort of like chuckling, and he starts up, and he kind of slaps his hand over his mouth as the chuckling sort of gets louder and louder, kind of ripping from his throat as he bursts into maniacal laughter, and his friends kind of look at him, turn to look at him, confused, but and you see sort of tears starting to well up in his eyes as he continues to laugh and wheeze profusely, gasping for breath as he falls to his knees and then goes fetal on the floor as he holds his aching stomach, laughing louder and louder. So the maniacal laugh sort of echoes through the air.
Well, that's demoralizing for them.
Lania looks extremely disturbed.
Suzuka just smiles at the other two.
Oh God. The
finger pistols.
Smile.
Liana, it is your turn.
I'm at the top of the stairs, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Is it possible to jump from the stairs to a position where I would be?
Laniel is in the way.
Oh, of course you are.
Acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
Bounced
can
off that wall.
Yeah,
Dance around me.
Yeah, I'll run an acrobatics check.
Okay, roll acrobatics.
Get a 1, just fucking slam into me, break my ribs.
Just slamming.
It wouldn't matter. I have a plus 10.
Oh Jesus!
I still get an
always
11.
level 1. You guys, you knock him, you both fall down the stairs, break your necks, and die.
Exciting. Okay, so you sort of dash down the stairs, and with deft grace, you sort of spring up, and you leap over Laniel's head. The back of your heels kind of barely graze the top of the stairwell, as you tuck down, as you fall, as you arc over him, and you do a sort of roll in midair and land on your feet at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, Can I roll another one to get behind them?
Oh, do you want to get behind them?
Yeah.
Let me.
Like where Suzuko is.
Suzu is way out at the front.
Okay, so she's by the door.
Yes.
Can I get between the Suzuko and the commoners with the roll, or should I roll another one?
For that jump.
Because I don't want to be in the way of the door.
Yeah, you know what? I'll give it to you. You kind of land. You land a little closer to the stairwell than to Suzuko, but all the same, you managed to land sort of behind the one prone on the floor, laughing his guts out.
All right then.
Stomp on his neck.
Watch a 20 would let me just land on him, like break his ribs as like my boots dig into his flesh.
God.
That was what you were aiming for, yeah.
No. That I would have wanted a higher one for that. Do we know if they're going for lethal or not? Because
sense motive.
24.
Oh, yeah.
It's not your turn yet, Chunky. Unless you want to. You
told me the sense motive.
You sense that they are going for lethal. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't know that.
You don't know that.
Because I jumped long before, way before Jules.
Jules
told
can
me.
shout, of course, out of turns. Yelling is fine. She's behind you.
They're going for lethal, no mercy.
Oh, okay then. No, that's exactly what she says. She's like Lyanna's eyes just blink once, says, "Oh, okay then," and draws her masterwork cutlass.
And the bartender's kind of yelling, "Not my bar!"
Lyanna will just shout over her shoulder real quick, "Sorry."
Alright, roll attack then. I assume you're targeting the one prone?
No, he seems to be not
Occupied?
responding.
Okay.
Well, responding just not the way he wishes. I'll take one of the ones that. Okay, there's the one that got punched and is bit his tongue. The one on floor prone. There's two more, right?
Yes.
I will take one of the uninjured ones.
Okay. Look to your. Do you want the one closer to Judah or the one further away?
The one closer to Judah.
Okay. So as you bring your cutlass, how are you swinging at him? Do you have a preferred way of swinging?
I'm swinging downwards on the arm that has them. What's his weapon? A mace?
Yes, a mace.
Yeah, I'm bringing my arm down, bringing the slash down.
Okay, so you bring your arm down and you sort of slash through skin and clothes and flesh, and you hear him yell "ah!" in pain as he drops the mace onto the floor with a hard thunk, and it sort of impales itself into the wood floor, sort of a little bit before falling onto its side, and his arm is it's still connected. The bone is still connected, but you see sort of a gash along the bone, if you notice, as his arm seems to be mostly sort of almost drooping off. And you see sort of blood profusely kind of spurting out of that wound and sort of dribbling down his arm.
Hang on, sorry, doesn't Wicked get his dex to damage instead of strength?
I thought that was his dex.
His dex is +5.
My dex is +6. I added my melee bonus, not my dex bonus.
Yeah,
my dex is plus.
Yeah, you
okay.
get +5. That's +6. You do 10 damage.
Oh.
Oh, you do 10 damage.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just my melee bonus.
Arm off.
No, if you had you took the Swashbuckler feat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I have that. Okay,
Yeah,
so 10 damage to.
All right.
Sorry.
I'll take your word for it. 10 damage, sure. It speeds up the combat anyway. So instead, you clean slice you hack his arm off, and it sort of as it falls off, you sort of blood sort of spurts out, and covers the ground as he screams, and he sort of falls to his knees and clutches at the stump of what used to be his shoulder, and blood starts oozing beyond his fingers of the one hand he has left, as he's crying and sobbing and sort of yelling in pain. The rest of them sort of stumble back, stunned at the sight of blood.
And I will take a swift action to move 5 feet. I will take a 5-foot step diagonally to the right and back.
To the right and back. Okay, so now you're kind of standing in the way of Suzuko and the dude.
Sure, yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Alright, Kira, it is your turn.
Swift action in Veer's acrobatics check down.
Sorry, swift action.
Swift action to go invisible using Vanishing Trick, and then I'm gonna do what Liana did.
Okay.
Acrobats past the Sorcerer.
Vanishing Trick is, you don't have to roll for that, right? It's just kind of...
No, it's just invisible.
Yeah, so do you want to, land anywhere specifically?
I want to land behind the one... There's only one guy left standing that isn't harmed, right?
Yes. He's kind of to the right now.
I want to land behind him and then open up with a sneak attack.
Okay, so you have
invisible.
a running start because of your small stature. You sort of leap and you manage to kind of fly through like an arrow, soaring through the air, easily over Elaniel's head, and you sort of tuck and roll, kind of near the prone dude as you stand up, right behind, right to this. You want to be behind him. He's kind of facing the other side, so you're at his side now.
I'm invisible, so it's sneak attack anyway.
All right, so you're kind of standing at his side as he stares at the rest of them.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
And yeah, I'll slam my main sword into his side.
All right.
Good
Describe
job.
how you want to take him out.
Invisible form lands next to him, and then the sword just bursts through his side and then out the side of his neck before pulling free. And the invisibility cancels as once she's stabbed, so she just stands up.
You kind of ram your weapon through his neck, and sort of the blood gushes out, spraying everywhere else. And you pull it, you yank it out, and his neck kind of his head kind of snaps, and sort of he falls limp to the ground, blood oozing out, big puddle around his lifeless body as there's a giant gash, kind of only a bit of skin left, holding his head together, and the one still standing, who's only bitten his tongue, he kind of looks at it and he sort of retches rather violently as you flicker back into light. Okay, now it's his turn. Damn. he just saw his friends get fucking slaughtered. Christ. Okay, he's closest to the little tiny ninja now, so he tries to, in his panic, he tries to swing his mace at you as he yells in sort of fear. And so he kind of swings at you, but you manage. He absolutely misses in his anxiety and his weak muscles, unattuned to the strain of combat. the adrenaline force causes him to sort of swing and miss, and the mace kind of gently slips out of his hand as he staggers a bit before regaining his grip.
I want to look down at the buckler on my arm and sort of as if to say this was useless.
All right. Okay. It's Laffy's turn. All right, he's still laughing. He's just crying and laughing, and he hears sort of blood oozing and his friends yelling, but all he can do is kind of cry and sob and laugh even louder as his voice goes hoarse and his mouth goes dry, and he's starting to get lightheaded because of the lack of oxygen. It's Stumpy's turn. Stumpy
still has HP?
Stumpy is barely hanging on. Stumpy tries to flee.
Attack of opportunity.
Am I close enough for an attack of opportunity?
You are 5 foot step back.
Yeah. Oh I did.
I'm next to him though because I didn't move after doing my attack.
Stumpy is closer to Glant and Aegon. Aegon can do an attack of opportunity with Stumpy. No wait, shit. Sorry. Stumpy is the one Liana attacked, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Liana's within range. You can reach over.
Okay then. Yes.
Okay. You sort of swing at him, but he manages to kind of, without an arm, he kind of staggers and kind of manages to luckily duck out of the way as he runs towards the door, and he skids to a halt when he sees Suzuko in front of him, and he pleads and cries, "Please let me go, please!" Okay, and he doesn't have a weapon.
Unarmed fighting provokes attack of opportunity for Suzu.
Christ.
To be fair, if I hit, I was just gonna slash at his leg to stop him from running. Granted, at this point, that might just kill him.
He's gonna bleed out fairly quickly.
Yes. He sees Suzu in front of the door. He looks around, very in panic, sheer panic, and he manages to look at one of the windows, and he tries to dive out of it. Tries to dive out the window.
Does he get a penalty because his arm is off?
Whoa! He is desperate!
Because adrenaline is coursing through his veins, he kind of manages to plow through. He jumps and plows through the window.
Spurting out the side.
blood trail kind of leads through. Fortitude, and he manages to sort of brush off the little cuts that he gets from the glass. Nothing compared to his gaping lost arm of a stump now.
And, I thought you said he brushed off the wound on his arm. Like he brushed off the lack of an arm.
Staggers off into the night. Aegon, there is Laffy on the floor, and there is Tongue Bitten.
Is Tongue Bitten given up the fight yet, or is he still seeing everything that's happened?
Tongue
One of
Bitten
his
looks
guys,
like he's ready to leave.
He wants a beer.
If he will surrender his weapon to Aegon, he will not attack him.
Okay, he hurriedly drops he chucks his weapon aside, and then he falls to his knees, and he kind of begs, he crawls up to your knees, to your feet, and kind of bows and grovels. Please stop, please! I have kids! I have a wife!
Well, we're not the one who made poor life decisions.
I had a full night's sleep planned.
Suzu, please.
Oh, Suzu. Okay, Aegon, what would you like to do?
He will motion for somebody to question Surrendery.
Okay.
And Aegon will use his move actions to exit the building. To continue to look outside to see what.
You walk outside and you see sort of this very dark red trail kind of fade off into the night, into one of the alleyways. And the people seem to be kind of the people around you seem to be kind of aghast and looking at the inn and murmuring to themselves, the chatter growing louder and louder, the gossip growing stronger.
Aegon will try to smile, but since he has a -2 for charisma, it probably just looks like he's glaring menacingly, like he's going to end their lives.
His teeth menacingly, and he everyone kind of jumps and kind of looks away. The murmurs kind of get softer.